Boy, listen to that thunder. God's doing some serious thinking tonight.
Welcome to Miscellaneous Movies. I'm Paulie.
And I'm Jirok.
We're not movie reviewers. We just want to talk about some movies.
There will be spoilers.
This just in, you can get Cupcakes Creations at Science Center near you the first Friday in March.
That's the St. Louis Science Center.
Yes.
Yes, that is correct. St. Louis Science Center in St. Louis, Missouri. The first Friday in March.
STL.
An ex-soldier, Frank Baker, played by William Sadler, is a guardian of an ancient key that can unlock tremendous evil. The sinister but charming collector, Billy Zane, is a demon who wants the key so he can initiate the apocalypse. On the run from wicked mercenaries? For almost... Wait, is this the right one?
Where were mercenaries in this
There's
movie?
no mercenaries in this.
What are you reading?
The plot synopsis of Demon Knight.
The synopsis
you
for Demon Braveheart?
Yeah, because it's... Freedom! Yeah.
The Crypt Keeper, while directing his new theatrical destruction, introduces this horror flick. It starts with Breaker, William Sadler, a demon knight, driving down a highway near a small town. He is being chased by a demon named the Collector, Billy Zane, who is after an ancient relic that Breaker has. It contains the blood of Jesus and deceased demon knights. That blood is the only thing that can stop a demon that powerful. Shortly after Breaker's car breakdown, Zane slams into it, going over 100 miles per hour. Breaker escapes and makes to a small hotel to hide out. The police show up and get a false story from the Collector, who lies. Well, Jesus Christ, why don't you just give away the movie?
That's
The blood that can...
synopsis.
I know. That is the synopsis, swear to God.
What? Dude, this is not good.
Oh, maybe I should have read spoilers.
In scene
Spoilers.
2,
It's a spoiler. My bad. Spoilers.
Tales from the Crypt.
oh, I remember this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very little of it, but I remember it. Yeah,
All right.
But anywho, that's about it.
Here we go. Get a
Nope.
little thing written down. Ready?
Billy Zane gets into a couple of adventures.
Break 15.
All right.
Billy Zane.
That's right.
Let's go, Sheriff. Get in.
Tales from the Crypt.
I call this one Demon Knight.
Now, this title and almost all the content originated from the 1950s EC comic series Tales from the Crypt. In June of '89, HBO began an American horror anthology TV series all the way up until July of '96. And because it was a premium channel on HBO, they had freedom of censorship. So that pretty much means a lot of nudity and a lot of just creepy stuff. Demon Knight I really liked and I grew up watching, but I wanted to know, was it the first movie? Were there other movies? In 1972, the first Tales from the Crypt came out, Death Lives. And then in 73, they came out with the Vault of Horror. So what do you think? I didn't know it was that old.
I knew it was old, but I didn't think it was that back. I thought it started in the 80s.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
what? Yeah.
Who are you, really?
I'm just an old man. Running out of time.
What is everyone's history with this movie? We'll start with Jirok.
The name's Nawanda.
Kicks
Dude,
and
I
cars.
remember I remember watching this movie as a kid when it came out. It honestly scared the shit out of me, but I loved Billy Zane because Billy Zane was the fucking Phantom. Pardon my French.
Ooh, I remember that movie.
Yeah. So I was a big fan of The Ghost Who Walks, and I loved Billy Zane, and I was like, let me watch this movie. And fucking killed me. Scary as shit as a kid watching it, but he made it fun.
He makes demons fun.
Fuck this cowboy shit! You fucking hold up, well then there, motherfuckers!
Yeah, and he even said it. I was watching like an interview with him, And he was like, I was honestly channeling like the genie from Aladdin, but a genie from hell. He was like, that's what I was trying to go for when I was like doing that role. I was like, God damn.
Nice. Hi, Cupcake.
Hi, Cupcake.
Oh, it's Cupcake in. Hi, Cupcake.
Cupcakes are yummy.
And we have Stover 2300.
Hi, Stover.
So, Josh, what is your history with this movie?
Remember when I texted you earlier and I said no direct questions?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are you doing? Another take like that, and it'll be back to big parts for you, and I won't say what bits I'm talking about. All right, everybody, reset.
How the hell did they dig this guy up?
But then you said,
Checking.
oh, I remember this. So I figured I should.
Yeah, I remember like nothing of the movie. I remember seeing it, but I don't even.
No, that's fine.
He's moral support.
Yeah.
I'm a flavor character. Shut up.
Is it just me or like when we were younger, 80s and 90s, if you watched any of those movies from back then or you lived the era, they really knew how to do horror. They had Freddy, they had Jason, they had this, they had tons of different things. And if you watch the beginning of the Demon Knight, it goes through the house of the haunted house, and I loved it. It brought me back to my childhood. It brought me back to being, loving Halloween and all the spooky stuff, because I think they did it really good back then. The sets were all made greatly. Yeah, and Billy Zane was the number one reason why I love this movie.
The world needs more people like you, Mr. Roach.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Of course, you don't mind if we kill the others, do you?
Hey, if it makes you feel good, do it.
Makes you feel good, do it. Exactly.
He really did. He stole the show.
This is one. I mean, he's probably like it was a throwaway part to him, but he did it great.
I don't know if it was a throwaway part to him. I think he honestly, I think really had fun doing it and really wanted to do it. He got to work with some really good people.
Yeah.
I mean, you got fucking John Shook, who was a big deal back in during our parents' time. And who could forget old Charles Fletch, Roger Rabbit?
Hide me, Eddie!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The voice of Roger Rabbit, Dick Miller.
Dick Miller. I wanted to talk about the Dick.
Yes, let's talk about the Dick. I'm ready.
So Dick Miller has been, he recently passed away. He was in Gremlins. He was in multiple different Explorers, stuff like that. And he always played that awesome little role of a side character of, an older guy, like either a drunk or remembers back when the Gremlins used to mess things up in World War II.
The things that lived in my truck.
Yeah. I love this. I remember in Gremlins, he drove the
snowplow.
Yeah.
Gremlins. That's the same Gremlins brought down our planes in the big one.
It was awesome. One of the best Christmas movies out there.
Oh, God, yeah.
I didn't know his name until he passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he died like 84 or 88 years old. Somewhere around there. I feel like he lived a
he was
pretty
up
good life.
there. No, dude was 90. Shit.
Oh, he was 90. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. So, little fun facts about Demon Knight. It was actually released on Friday the 13th of 1995.
Woof.
Purposely set to be on the 13th of Friday. Purposely set to be on the Friday the 13th. I can't talk right now.
Good stuff.
Cameron Diaz was originally for the role, but they talked him out. I can't talk. I can't talk.
Did she politely pass?
Cameron Diaz was actually originally set for the role of, what was her name? Geraldine? Yeah.
Geraldine.
But they talked the director out of it and picked the Jada Smith.
Jada Pinkett at the time.
Which I think it was a good call. I couldn't see Cameron Diaz doing this role.
What do you see, Mr. Imkus?
No.
It's just weird.
And look at this. Look at how this is. This is what blows me away. You got heavy hitters of the time. You got Billy Zane. You got William Sadler. I guess he wasn't that big back then, really, either. But I don't know.
Well, no, this was close to, what was it? When did Die Hard 2 come out, where he did like the naked yoga scene in the very beginning?
Oh yeah, it's true. That was like right before. Well, no, William Sadler. So, but my thing is that you got Jada Pinkett, who wasn't really anything, CCH Pounder, who was in some stuff back then, and then Thomas Hayden Church, who did Wings.
You're really good, kid. You know, people are going to be talking about you. They already do.
But now look at the three. They're like the three that are working constantly now.
Yeah.
That's like kind of what I was getting at.
I wanted to start off with the beginning, but I just, right when you said the guy from Wings, I just remember that scene where he's like, take them off. My nipples are smoking.
Jesus, Bob.
This was definitely, in my opinion, a very B-rated horror movie. But it had the greatest flavor of a horror movie. You had the creepy stuff, you had the great setting, you had the great acting, and you had a nudity.
Yes.
Well, that's how 80s movies, reined you in. They get the nudity at the very first part, and you're like, oh, maybe there'll be nudity later.
This tells you how gross we were when we were kids. So we'd run into the video store, and we'd go straight to the horror section, and you'd be flipping over the backside to see which one's wearing a bikini.
Yeah.
This is
like
this one we want to rent right here. So it starts off like a fake horror movie set with the nice, gory little dude coming out of some vat of nastiness, going up the stairs. His fingers rip off of his hand going up the rail. And she's all just beautifully...
Gosh, Jack, what are you doing?
Just naked. Oh, I'm just going to put this over my eyes. No one's going to see.
Yeah, it took you long enough.
And did you see who it was? John Leguizamo? No, not John Leguizamo. John Larroquette. John Leguizamo.
The pest himself. Hi, it's me, little Latin boy in drag. Why are you crying?
Bang!
Maybe you just found out Menudo broke up.
And I like how John Larroquette's all like, what's going on? Because he's like, and I want
where
better
they dig
acting
you up from.
you.
Don't try any of that crap you pulled from Night Court.
I love Night Court. All right, so then we start the actual movie, Demon Night, because the Crypt Keepers are like, I call this one Demon Night, pretties.
Yeah, you sound just like him. Give me the laugh. Oh, I love it.
Oh.
You like that?
That is okay.
Did you hear the music coming in for the credits and everything? It was Hey Man, Nice Shot. You remember that song back in the 90s?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Hey Man! Wow, that was not very good.
I remember this beginning scene just for that song. And that took me back. I was like,
It was about Kurt Cobain.
What?
The song was about Kurt Cobain.
No way.
Hey Man, Nice Shot.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's not good.
And it's this bad editing of a speeding car chase where they're not speeding.
Oh yeah, they're going 100 miles an hour.
Right, Sheriff. Them sons of bitches must have been doing well over 100 to make a mess like this. Well, Bob, it's too late to give them a ticket. But if it'll make you feel any better, you could shoot their ashes.
Why is it that the deputy just was like a bumbling fool?
No, that's what they always are.
They're usually young, though.
Yeah, he was kind of older.
He was older. Maybe that's why he was bumbling. Maybe he was coming up to retirement. He was up
He's
to
like,
his time.
I've got a week left. I don't give a fuck.
This is why I'm going to walk in on people having sex, and I'm just going to...
Shut up, Bob.
Look, have you ever jump-started a car?
Shut up, Bob.
Pretty much what they were doing up there. I also have a fun fact. Apparently, when Jada got the job, she had longer hair, and it was like dark or something. And she showed up with her short blondness that she had, and they were like, "Oh my God, what did you do?" So they were all like scrambling to try to figure out what they wanted to do, and they were like, "Jada, you need to change your hair back to what you had it." She was like, "I ain't touching my hair. Y'all getting what you got."
Now, how do you expect me to get my work done if you keep bothering me?
Whoa.
She probably did a couple things before then, but
she was able to robbing the bank one.
Classic 1996 film directed by F. Gary Gray, Set It Off, starring Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett, Vivica Fox, Kimberly Elise.
Yeah.
There was another one that she did. My internet is slowing the fuck down. Pardon my French.
Net neutrality.
Yeah, Jesus.
That's right.
Menace to Society. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, she was in there.
Yeah, Menace to Society. Yes.
Don't be a menace to society.
Drinking Juice in the Hood. Different movie.
Oh. This is for my dead homies. It's like portable bodies. He gets into town of Wormswood, and he tries breaking into the most shittiest 70s looking like big ass boat car with a friggin' butterfly knife. How does that work?
Camera trickery.
That was a badass butterfly knife, though.
It was.
And
I
then,
love that it locked on its own. He didn't have to lock it at the bottom.
Well, your boy did the right thing, ma'am. You should be
Okay, Homer, if that about covers it, we'll let you know if we hear anything.
The grunge kid comes out.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. He just looked like and he's like, "Hey kid, we want a quarter?" Yeah, that just doesn't reek. I'm a petter ass.
Mom!
But he's like supposed to be like really old too. So
Yeah, he was from World War One.
yeah, so a quarter to him. Hey kid, you want a quarter? They'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Need a hand? Give me the key breaker for crying out loud.
Doesn't he look like the guy from Full Metal Jacket though? Full Metal, like in that picture.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, that's another funny thing that I fucking fun fact here. So Billy Zane, he walked in meeting the director and he had like a hat on and he walks in with a briefcase. He sits the briefcase down and opens it and it's a shitload of wigs. And he goes, "Which one of these do you want me to wear for the movie?" And he takes his hat off and he's bald. Because he started balding at this time. This is when he started balding, so he shaved his head.
Huh.
So he was like, "Which one of these wigs do you want me to wear?" And the director was like, "None. I like you like that."
And it works.
We like you just the way you are.
You be you, Billy. Be you.
Poor Cordelia. Seems downright criminal to treat such a pretty girl that way. Did I say pretty? I meant beautiful. Whore. What a horrible word that is to use on someone who's really just a sad girl who's looking for love. I can give you that love. As much as you can take. All you have to do is let me in. Let me in.
Look at that sex. God. He still looks the same. Doesn't look any different.
Yeah.
He hasn't aged. I mean, he's a little heavier maybe, but...
Well, he looked a little different in the Dope Show video with Marilyn Manson. Yeah, the key.
You want to know what's going on? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was a formless void, and darkness covered the face of the deep. But the darkness wasn't empty. It was full of creatures, full of demons. And they had 7 keys, formed into a circle, that focused the power of the cosmos into their hands, until God stepped forth and said, "Let there be light." And he scattered the demons, and he scattered the keys all across the universe. And we fast forward about 2 or 3 million millennia. Now the demons are back. They got 6 of the keys. And one day they find the 7th key here on Earth.
Remember when he cuts his hand?
All right, this property is hereby condemned.
And he starts hatching these just friggin' cool-ass little demons. The eyes were made from broken up glow sticks.
No shit.
Yep, so like when they shoot them and they ooze down, that's glow stick juice.
Glow stick juice.
Oh my god.
What's that smell?
Yeah, I was
spreading the seeds willy-nilly. Just planting his little flowers and minions.
Planting his flag.
Yeah.
It was gross though with the whole like they're all downstairs listening to the guy from Wings like shagging upstairs. It's like, man, he's holding on tonight.
Generally, he's done by now.
Get that pussy off the table.
I meant the cat.
So the key I didn't. Okay, so he has the tattoos on his hand of stars,
Yeah.
and they move in alignment when he has to fight a demon. I guess
They align when I guess the is the time
Until the time of the gathering.
the time for the demons to be able to use all 7 keys.
Oh,
That's I guess when the door appears. This is what I'm fucking jumping at. I don't know. This is just me making up my assumption. the door appears, and then the demons have that one night to be able to say, okay, we need to put all 7 keys in the lock, and then we can fucking take over the world.
Yeah, you couldn't be more wrong.
Thank you, Josh.
That was a good analogy.
I have no idea.
You just
Hey, this is what movies do. This is what books do. They make us think. Okay, so that's what I do. I'm doing my job.
Thinking over here.
I like the whole
I'm making it up
concept
for
throughout
me.
this entire thing, though, about dripping the blood out of the key to seal up a window or door. But wouldn't they just punch through a wall?
Blood of Christ. You'd think they would, but I guess they didn't have the budget to be able to repair a wall. It's just fucking Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, you didn't seal the wall.
Do me a favor. Don't scream. Just hear what I've got to say, and then scream. You're stuck in this house. You're stuck in this town. There's a great big world out there, Geraldine. You should travel. You can see it all. I can help you. You want Paris, Rome, Athens, you got it. Of course, if you don't help me, well, that's a whole other picture.
He did such a great job, dude.
He was all like, just let me in. I was immediately like, come on in.
Let me nuzzle your neck.
Yeah, let me wipe your tear from your eye, John. Fuck.
Jirac Schwa!
I did it!
The cat's out of the bag!
Mr. Turner.
Do you butcher your own meat?
Have you,
Because he puts an addictive chemical in his chicken that makes you crave it fortnightly, smart arse!
Josh, you should listen. You need to hear Jirac's commercial. It goes from Scottish to Robin Williams at the end.
Oh, nice.
We need to get some really cool sponsors in here.
Yeah.
Like, out of nowhere. You know, when I'm feeling not so fresh, I like Papa John's
Viagra.
pizza. Yeah. Just have all
because those go together, yeah.
Pop 1, Pop 2.
When I wake up in the middle of the night and need a midnight snack, I choose Charmin Ultra.
Yes. Bubblegum tape.
Oh, it's 6 feet of bubblegum for you.
For you, not them.
Okay, back on track.
CCH Pounder.
You expecting somebody, Mr. Smith?
Gets her arm ripped off.
Yes.
Yeah. And Jada Pinkett decides to walk over and just douse her with the vodka. Ouch.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
It's okay. Vodka's kicking in.
Yeah, I hated
just drink
that.
it. You'll be fine.
Vodka's kicking in. Guess what I can do? I can run a marathon. I'm all better now.
Let's jump ahead. So he had to choose out of the 7. He had to choose out of the 7 fucking people there to be his replacement. I think it would have been CCH if Pinkett wouldn't have, because CCH wasn't even phased, man. Zane popped in with her arm on a fucking plate.
Hello, I'm your waiter, Skip. Our special today is a lovely poached appendage. Market price, of course. For starters, I recommend the finger food. Want your arm back, Irene? I can make it happen.
She goes, this is me giving you the finger, asshole.
Yeah, she moves the knob
I'll
up.
be right back. Yeah, he goes I'll give you a minute.
I'll be right back.
Jana was thinking about it.
Yeah.
She was over there like, you know what? I do want to see the world. Maybe he said that he won't make me a demon. Maybe let's do it.
He promised he wouldn't make me a demon.
Let's let Uncle Willie fucking
Suck this one down, Uncle Willie. Long, hard one. Nothing gets you fucked up fast. Am I right, guys? Am I right?
do what's his nuts in.
Oh, yeah! We got a whole lot of trouble.
And we're just gonna
go
see the. We're gonna go see the world.
Oh boy! I like it when the kid fucking got demented. That was awesome.
Yeah. Through the comic book of all things.
He got
that's subtlety. That's,
comic book.
You know, comic books rot your brain.
Oh,
there you go.
It rots your brains.
Political statements hidden away.
Well, you can also say the same for the Roger Rabbit. He was a postal worker, and all those guns and shit were upstairs, and they were him. And isn't that nuts? I mean, back then, you think about it, in the 80s and the 90s, postal shootings were kind of a big thing.
Well, we call it going postal. What do they call it? Just going?
Yeah. Well, most of them got fired, so I guess they would call it postal.
Yeah.
Because they're no longer working there.
Like, are there that kind of outbursts at the Postal Service that they have to call it going postal?
I don't know. Yeah.
So what'd you think about the Wings guy getting killed?
I thought it was great. I love Thomas Hayden. Thought he did a great job. Dying.
He deserved it.
No, I like how he's just like, huh?
No, go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
I don't remember.
Listen, on a personal note, be sure and kill Breaker. He's a bossy asshole. Isn't he, though?
He's a dick.
He's spitting on him from the upper row.
Hey, they hate that.
That's why he gets his ass shredded.
It was a B-rated movie. It was supposed to be janky and campy and everything. The acting in it was great. I'm watching the scene right now where he puts the sponge out of his mouth.
No,
I love that.
Clean that up for me, will you, lover?
Dude, the gaping hole that fucking what's-his-face had in his chest, and then the demon kids all friggin' licking out of it. Ugh.
I do remember that.
That's the one thing I love about the 80s movies. They really made you get numb to violence and scary shit in movies.
Yeah, they made you turn your head and go, ugh.
Yes.
The eyes! You gotta kill him at the eyes!
It sets the soul free.
Well, you know, you could kill them all with a sharp stick.
Oh, fun fact. They used Chucky's eyes for the Crypt Keeper's eyes. Damn that guacamole.
Yeah, guacamole.
And at the end, she, fills up the blood vial with the key with
Breaker's shit.
Breaker's blood. It's like a soda pop. Have you tried Breaker's blood?
My thing was that he emptied it out. She drank the rest. So I guess there was still a little bit of Jesus blood in there, because if they emptied out all the Jesus blood and she didn't spit back into it, I mean, she spit it all over Billy Zane's face.
Yeah, that was just a weird way.
If I
to kill
was
him.
directing, this is what I would have done.
Oh.
And this isn't a bash to Ernest, because he did a great job. But my way of how I would have done in Billy Zane, this is what I would have done. I would have said, you're going to keep that blood in your mouth, okay? And when he's sitting there with the whole love shit and he gets close, I want you to go in for a kiss and then just unload down that fucker's throat.
I
just
thought that was
there.
it. I thought that's what she was going to do at first.
But she just spits it on his face. And the thing that I didn't like about that was that when we saw the blood of Christ in the vision, when it spilled on the demon's hand, all it did was burn the demon. And that was outside contact. So and all she did was spit blood on his face, and then it was just, and then he blows up.
Yeah, but he's a lesser demon than Lucifer. I think that was Lucifer.
Was that supposed to be loose? Was that
I think it was. Yeah, because
Lucy.
Billy Zane talks about how that stuff only works on the really low demons, not him.
He was talking about the eye shooting.
Yeah. So I think there's the hierarchy when it comes to the devils, the demons.
Oh my.
I think my producers are trying to tell me something. Well, what do you know? I asked for final cut, and I got it.
Now that's entertainment. What do you think about overall, taking the whole series from when we first started with
Fallen End of Days,
Devil's
and
Advocate?
then it was The Devils, and now this.
It was a pretty good series. I think it covers everything.
I agree.
That's pretty good. How those other three movies I could have commented on.
Yeah, it's okay though. I wanted to do Fallen with you because remember I texted you about it because you introduced me to Fallen. That was a big to do because you're like, Paul, you gotta watch this. Bazooka Wobble. So.
Well, what's the next step?
So Johnny K is asking if we can do Falling Down.
Ooh, yeah.
I want to purchase it just so I have it in my miscellaneous movies library.
In your repertoire.
Because I loved that movie.
With a schwa.
God. With a schwa. Yeah, I think we close out the series. I'm happy with how we closed it out.
film.